Today on Suncoast View, a new Manatee High School means new school boundaries. But should socioeconomic status be a factor? We'll discuss.
And holiday happenings can mean chaos and confusion for our pets, but Canine Corral is here to give us tips on how to help our pets handle the festivities.
And they fly through the air with the greatest of ease. The kids from Sailor Circus are here with their aerial act. All that and more right now on Suncoast View.
Welcome to the show, and welcome back to celebrity makeup artist Mickey Williams with us from New York.
Yes,
Good to have you here.
It's much warmer here. I like it.
You're
it's
enjoying
actually
it.
quite beautiful here, to be honest with you. So I like it, and I love to see your faces.
Good to see you guys.
Oh, you're one of us. We love to have you here.
We do.
You're
What
our
have you been
sister.
up to? It's been like a month, more
I
than a
know.
month.
It's been a really busy month because right now is when everything is launching for 2018.
Products,
So,
you mean?
Products,
Yep.
but there's also, you know, this is when everyone signs their endorsements with new brands. So you basically are just at an event, and I'm also doing makeup, and I'm leading up into award season. So I've been doing a lot of pitch for the Emmys, the Oscars. We've already did the Emmys, but there's so many awards, and I've just been sketching all of the looks that I want to create.
Well,
so.
speaking of looks, there is someone you look amazingly alike, like her little sister. Tell us what you're up to with Christy Brinkley.
Well, actually, this is actually Meg, Christy, and me, and we were at an event in New York City, and Christy just signed a contract with MERS, which Meg represents, and she's now the spokesperson for MERS, which is all therapy, Xeomin, all of those things. So yes, she says, listen, you have to take, I love that picture.
Oh my
You
goodness.
have to take really good care of yourself, but it is also okay to give yourself a little tweak now and then. So she was there in promotion with all of that. So it was great. So I was just basically tagging along because I've worked with Christy in the past, but I wasn't actually working. I was just there as a friend. So it was cool.
Oh, you look so much alike. You could go
You could
out
be
and they would know it
sisters.
was
You know, it
her.
was really funny when I walked into the event. One of the reporters that was there said, "Oh my God, it's so nice to meet you." And I'm like, "I'm not her." Like, it was really funny. It was cute, and I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna stand over here because that's funny."
There are worse people to be mistaken
I will
for.
tell
That
you.
is
wow.
for sure.
What a stunner and what a lovely person.
Well,
So,
good.
Yeah.
Well, we're glad you're here to hang with us for a little
Yay.
bit. We're welcome to have you back. We also have a new face in the kitchen today, Chef Angelo from Angelo's Restaurant. Welcome.
Hi, how are you?
Good, very good. What are we making today?
Today we're making the Angelo's Carbonara. The
Carbonara.
Parmesan wheel, 26 months old Parmesan.
That is a Parmesan wheel?
Yes, Grana Padano.
Oh. What do we do with all that cheese?
Eat it.
We eat it today. Because you already start before pieces.
Don't tell my secrets.
We'll have to get another one tomorrow.
I'm loving it.
All right, well, we are loving it, and it'll be fun to get to know Angelo and some of his very exciting recipes. Well, speaking of exciting, the much-anticipated Avita opened this weekend at the Oslo, and actually all of us, though separately, did get to see it. Linda?
That's me and Lynn Robbins. We had a wonderful time.
And this was opening night on Saturday, and I know Joey was able to be there as well. That's a great picture.
That's a great picture.
Yeah, you both look
We
so
saw
happy.
everybody we knew, didn't we? We saw
Yeah, there was
everybody.
a lot of people there.
You saw
Like, Bobette
Bobette,
was
and
there.
Bobette brought a friend.
Yeah, my friend Marvin was in town from Atlanta, so he was down here this weekend, and I was like, oh, perfect timing. I needed a date.
Did he like it? Did he like
he
the
loved
show?
it.
Oh, good.
Yeah, he loved
Good. And I actually saw the preview night on Friday with my husband, so it's great that everybody got to see it, but it truly was amazing. I know.
Yeah.
Everything about it. The sets, the costuming, the flying through the air.
Yeah, it was
the
amazing.
walking down
I don't
the
want
steps.
to spoil it for people that haven't seen it, but
Oh.
it's an amazing show. They did not spare anything when it came to the details of making that show amazing.
I agree. Absolutely. So a big event to have that here on the Suncoast running through December. So you'll definitely want to get a chance to get out and see it. So good. Very fun. And big thanks to Cliff Rolls for taking nice pictures of everybody for opening night. It is time for our first hot topic. Manatee County high schools are shifting their student boundaries with a new high school on the way. North River High and Parish will open in 2019, but families are concerned about the rezoning and how it'll impact Palmetto, Lakewood Ranch, and Braden River high schools. One of the criteria balancing socioeconomic numbers to get more diversity. So the district is attempting to spread out students who are getting free and reduced lunches across the 4 high schools. However, to fully balance socioeconomics, it requires taking students out of their communities and then busing them elsewhere. What do you think about this?
We tried that before and it didn't work. I think students need to be in their communities so they're a part of the community supports the school, and so there is a feeling with the school that it really belongs there. And it's hard for a kid to spend all that time in a bus being bused across town. It happened to so many people here on the Suncoast, and I still hear from the 60s all these people telling me what a terrible time it was.
I agree with you about the time on the bus, but I disagree with you the other ways. I feel like some schools, especially in the inner cities, they don't have resources. And when you keep the people in the neighborhood at those schools, they tend to fall behind. And then, so it's either you're going to figure out a way to get all the schools the same resources, or you're going to have to bust some people out.
Absolutely.
Because that's how you make sure all economic statuses keep up. Like I actually, when I grew up, I was one of those that ended up spending, I think it was over an hour on a bus to go to school. I hated the time on the bus, but it helped as far as what I was exposed to versus what the people in my community was exposed to.
I know the people that were here in Newtown at that time, they were bused out to other schools, and they still remember what a hard time that was.
Yeah, the bus part sucked, but I mean, when I think back at some of the people in my neighborhood and where they are and where I am, there's definitely a difference.
Can it make a choice? I mean, I know we have choice option in so many different cases. I don't know what the capacities are like at these other schools, but I hate to put a kid that doesn't want to deal with that hassle through it, but yet those who do should have the opportunity
But
to.
I don't think kids should have that choice. Sometimes kids have to be forced to do something. When you're the kid, you want to go where your friends are. But sometimes your friends are not where you need to be. Sometimes you need to be exposed to other things and to make that next step up, you know, out of that economic circumstance.
Well, as you can imagine, this is causing a lot of discussion.
Yes.
So the school board will continue to discussion, and there's a public meeting in January where everyone's input will be considered.
Yeah.
So the man behind one of the most heinous murder sprees in American history is dead. Charles Manson died at age 83 in prison from natural causes. In August of 1969, the cult leader ordered the killings of 7 people, including actress Sharon Tate, in order to jumpstart a race war he called Helter Skelter, that name coming from a Beatles song. Those 7 murders went unsolved for months. Linda, I turn to you on this because I know you will remember the instance better than the rest of us.
I went actually to where the murders took place, where Sharon Tate was, to understand what happened.
What did people say? I mean, you know, we've seen so many weird motivated things in our lifetime, but this left such a splash.
It was such a horrible thing because there was no reason for, there was no connection with the victims. It was scary for everybody then, not only for Manson, but we were all looking around us and saying, could this happen to somebody else? And those young girls that were so completely brainwashed, and so the Squeaky Fromm and all those that changed so completely. It was terrifying that this man could change other people's minds.
Is it the first?
Scary.
Is it the first instance, do we think, where you really seem to think that random, unexplained bad things happen in a large manner? You know, sadly, we've learned that lesson now over and over again.
And I don't remember anything before then, but that was just terrifying because that you didn't do anything to that guy. Usually we think if we're good to people, they'll be good to us, and that was just proof that they will do horrible things for no reason at all. Those victims suffered horribly.
Well, and hopefully the families now can at least have a little closure that that chapter has ended. So it is a big holiday travel week. You pay for TSA PreCheck to get through security faster, right? Well, increasingly travelers who paid for the membership and went through the background check are finding that the fast lanes are actually slower than the non-PreCheck lines. It's due in part to agents shifting people around and offering PreCheck to non-members just to kind of even out the wait times. But in some markets at some times of the day, there are more PreCheck people boarding than others. TSA just says It's not a perfect system. How annoying is that if you pay 85 bucks and end up waiting in a longer line?
Just get out the line and walk into the other line.
It is true.
That's a good idea.
If you're standing in a line that's pre-checked and it's longer, then you walk over to the next line. You can even climb under the rope.
I don't know if they want you to climb under the rope, but,
I mean, but
they
the
don't
thing is,
care.
it's not that serious. The pre-check is an option for you to go through, faster if it's available. It's not guaranteed.
is it worth it? Nikki, I'm sure
I
you
mean,
think it's worth it.
okay, so I got involved with this so far in the past where it was global entry. So I did it because I was traveling, internationally, and it was just going in. So I automatically got pre-check. In the beginning, it was great, but I live in New York City, so it's never great. Let's be honest.
Right.
But now, of course, you're seeing more options. So I have Clear now, and Clear, you just walk right up and you get on, and it's retinal scan or finger scan, and you're in and you're out. You don't even have to pull your ID out, which is crazy.
Really?
But it's
How much does that cost?
It's $80. So seriously, if it's at your airport, roll with it because it's super easy. But that again is going to happen, and you're going to see during the holidays, you're going to see people everywhere. I've always thought it's really interesting though that people get actually upset in the TSA line. And Babette is the right thing. Just get out of it. What's the big deal?
Right.
Take off your shoes, pull out your computer. Even when you get out of that line and you go into the regular line, like 90% of the time they're going to give you a card that says you're pre-approved, and all you're going to have to do at that point
Flop
is
your
take
card.
out your computer. That's
Oh,
it.
right.
So
but people get so entitled. Okay, we get it. You paid this amount of money, but it's not that serious. Just go to the line that's shorter.
Right.
If you're at a smaller
What a
airport,
great
it's
idea.
great. If you're at a big airport, no way. And if you're traveling internationally, just go for the global entry because that's going to save you. That's really where your time
And
is.
just remember, it's going to be crowded. There's
Yes.
nothing
Yes.
we
It's
can do
nothing we can
about
do.
it.
Plan
It's
ahead.
the way it's going to be. So is it acceptable to use your commute for grooming? Beth and I don't like to answer this question.
Yes.
All right. It isn't probably acceptable for us because we're driving. But in Japan, there is now a video series aiming to educate train commuters on etiquette. This is why this woman is apparently saying how crazy they all look and ugly if they do this on the train. There is still a belief overseas that putting on makeup in public is not acceptable.
Well, I guess I'm just not acceptable then, because I'll start off as one person. By the end of the flight, I'm a whole different person. It's the truth, because I don't like sleeping in my makeup. So I get on the flight, I take a nap, I wake up. By the time I get off that plane, I'm a whole nother person.
And for me, if you take an early morning flight, same thing. Like, there's no reason to sit around looking good at 4 a.m.
But I mean,
I would be looking in the other direction because I don't really like to watch people put on makeup. So
People
I would be
watch.
pretending I don't see it.
People watch the transformation. They're like, man, you did that without a mirror.
yeah, you're like, I got this
I'm good. I
covered.
know where my eyes are. I can do it.
Why is it so antiquated? This bothers me. This really bothers
It's
me.
China.
It's so antiquated.
Japan.
Oh,
because
little better.
half of the entire internet is YouTube, how to put on makeup, and that is completely open for the public. So it's just weird to me that I don't know. I just
still
kind of
don't
feel
like
like
to watch
okay,
other
to
people
play
put
the
on
devil's
makeup.
advocate, it's part of grooming.
Right,
So
that's what I think
you
it
don't
is.
want to
You groom
groom
in private.
Yeah, you groom in private. Now, some
I
people
call it primping. I don't call
Well,
it
it's the
grooming.
same thing. It's still part of getting dressed. It's putting on your face. You're still getting dressed. You wouldn't want to put on your underwear in public, so it's the same thing. So, some people are more acceptable than others. So, to play the devil's advocate there.
Okay, people blow their nose in public.
Oh, and I wish they wouldn't.
Which is also unacceptable for some people.
That is not acceptable to me.
Exactly, but I'm saying, why pick on makeup? This is my career. Stop it, all right?
Well, and to me, I think I don't like to feel like I should have done that at home because.
No, it's not that. It's just not. I don't
couldn't
like
do
to
it
watch
at home,
people do
and
that.
I mean, that's it. I'm sorry that I'm inconveniencing you.
Well, so
But
not
this is my
everybody-
life.
Not everybody appreciates our grooming habits, I guess.
Right.
Did you see the American Music Awards? It was amazing. Pop star Pink took her performance to a whole new level, literally. She belted out an epic aerial performance on the side of the JW Marriott Hotel in LA, all while performing acrobatics. The performer admitted to panicking a little bit during the weekend run-throughs, but she absolutely nailed it through the show. My favorite pictures I saw on social media were taken from the perspective of the people inside the hotel, because that's what they saw, Pink dancing on their windows. I mean, it was just
where
crazy.
are you going to take it next?
I don't know what you do next, but she sang. She wasn't lip syncing. She was actually singing and doing the acrobatics and dangling.
That's amazing.
I think this is great. She's bringing the circus arts to the big
Oh,
time.
that's a great way to look at it.
So I think it's great that she brought that to pop music. And she was so good at it. Yeah. She must have gone to Sailor Circus sometime in her life.
Well, you know, it's crazy because, you know, she's not a young one. She's been around for years, you know, so she's probably like been in the industry for over 20 years. So to be that in shape and, you know, just to be, because you can't sing
and to be a
dance,
true performer.
Yeah. There was a whole article about how when she was on tour last time, she was doing this falling from the ceilings, this whole aerial performance, and she had to consume about like 6,000 calories during the show in order to be able to do all of these things.
To have the energy.
Crazy.
Wow. That's great.
So she's really
an athlete for me.
She is an
Absolutely,
athlete.
and she's breaking ground and showing that performance is an art. So that's great. We love her for it. Speaking of the Sailor Circus, after the happy hour forecast, we're going to check in with our local performers and their daring stunts.
Good afternoon, I'm Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan with your first alert weather forecast for this happy hour. Looking pretty good. 79 degrees right now. The dew point's comfortable, the humidity low, and winds out of the east at 11. The barometer now still high at 30.03 inches. And it looks like high pressure will continue to dominate our weather, at least for one more day. And then things start to change as we look at a couple of systems moving in from the Gulf of Mexico, which will bring a pretty good chance for some showers, but none of that around today. That cold front brought some cooler weather in to start the morning off, though, and things are looking much better right now, though, with temperatures into the upper 70s. Currently, across the area, it's 80 now in Northport, 78 in Inglewood, and Bradenton now at 79. The same in Sarasota. The Gulf water temperature is cool to 72 degrees, but all stations reporting upper 70s right now. It looks as though we will see those winds stay out of the east, anywhere from 5 to 10 miles an hour throughout the overnight. And again, tomorrow we'll start off on the cooler side into the upper 50s to low 60s. Well, much more in our forecast coming up at 5.
Sarasota is passionate about its circus heritage, and the legacy lives on through Sailor Circus. It is known as America's oldest youth circus, and it's also known worldwide as the greatest little show on earth. Instructor Andres Leon is here, and Andres, I understand that you are an alum of Sailor Circus.
I am from way back in 2003, but yeah, I was in it for 7 years.
Oh, how old were you at the time?
I started at, I think, 10 or 11, and then went all the way through high school.
You grew up in it then?
Literally grew up in circus, yeah.
But you don't have to grow up in it. I understand there are open classes to older people, younger people.
Anywhere from 5 to 75, we say, yeah.
And you can just come and take classes.
Yep, Saturdays 10 to 12.
Now, trapeze classes?
Trapeze, aerial silks. We have a youth sampler, so if you have your little ones that just want to jump around on a trampoline and learn balancing. Yeah.
But what if I came in and said I want to do trapeze?
We got you covered.
In fact, you brought some
I'd have to have some help here to make sure I would not fall. Right. Now, do they have harnesses?
Of course, yeah. Harnesses, double safety lines, always in net. It's not on wheels, it's not going to roll away, so it's always there. And I brought a trapeze bar so you can see.
I was just going to say, Linda said she wanted to do trapeze, and you brought her exactly
what it's wrapped, so you could hold on?
Yep.
Oh, you'd really have to hold on tight. What is the sock for, if I might ask?
So we use many things in circus to keep our grip nice and dry. Chalk is one of them.
Powder came out of it.
Yep.
Or chalk.
You're going to have to put the makeup on again?
Yep.
And so you rub them together?
Let me try this.
Yeah, exactly.
Nikki, would you like to have some
for a wreck?
Okay, I hope this will hold me up there.
Boy, she's just going right
we gotta have the
There you go.
for you.
Yep.
You hold like this?
Yeah, always. Yep. Keep your hands about shoulder width, and then we actually hold your belt while you're up there. Make sure you have a good grip on the bar, and we give you the commands to take off.
Okay,
this bar is heavy.
That part already.
It's got a little balance to it. Yep.
You made that sound too easy. You can't just hold on and take off. Don't you have to have certain skills or strength?
Muscles. When did you see this young girl do it? Earlier today, we went outside in the cold, windy weather, and we have a lovely young lady, right, Andre?
Yes.
She's in Sailor Circus?
Yes.
All right.
It's her fifth year.
Let's have a preview. So, Andre, introduce the young lady.
This is our young performer, Addie Linville. It's her 5th year in the Sailor Circus. Her 2nd year doing aerial silks. And she is one of our more experienced students, so, you know.
It's pretty cool up there because we're in our parking lot. It's chilly. It's a little bit windy. You can see the bars are swaying up there. Okay, does she have a hidden harness on?
No, just years and years of practice.
So there's nothing to hold her up there?
Just her muscles.
Wow.
Right.
Is that an extremely difficult stunt that she's doing?
I would say yes, but, you know, Addie makes it look very easy. But again, this is after many hours and many years of practice. So I'd say a little bit more difficult than usual, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I can do it. So Do most of the students who come through the program, like up to 5 years, are they able to do things like this?
Yeah, usually by about their second or third year, they start getting into more advanced acts, and they start, showing more interest in certain acts, especially aerial acts, and that's what draws a lot of our students to the program, is that being up high, doing the more.
Wow. Oh
yeah.
My gosh.
How about
that? Did that on purpose?
Yeah, that's her drop. Yep.
Wow.
And she actually asked before. She's like, "Is it okay if I do a drop?" It's like more of a fun trick for them, but she wants to make sure it's safe and it's okay. And she feels safe. I feel safe. It's okay.
Oh my goodness. What do you hope she gets out of this now? If she's not going to be a professional in the circus.
Just learning how many hours of dedication it takes and commitment to it, discipline, and obviously the physical benefits from it. Because, it takes a lot of muscle to climb those silks. She makes it look very easy, but it's strenuous.
I would say if she can do that, there's nothing in the world she'll be afraid of. That's got to be so difficult.
I agree.
What's the hardest thing in Sailor Circus? What's the toughest thing that the kids do when we see them come up? I would think the high wire.
The high wire is definitely one of our more advanced acts and more difficult acts. We always said that the flying trapeze is the pinnacle of the circus. But now with all these, many students being interested in aerial acts, there's lyra, there's silks, there's web, there's many acts that are coming up as the more advanced ones.
Now, Sailor Circus is for kids in elementary school. What ages?
From about 6th grade, 5th or 6th grade to senior year high school. So I'd say anywhere from 8 or 9, maybe even 7 to 18.
Oh, wow. I don't care how many years I practiced. I could never do that. You are awesome up there.
Wow.
And she was. Tickets are on sale now for the High Flying Holidays from Sailor Circus. It's December 27th through the 30th. You can go to the Circus Arts Conservatory website for more information. Next, we asked Dr. Jenny about the topic of the week, overeating.
I took my first handful of pills, and that's when all my priorities seemed to change.
He would ask to use the bathroom in other people's homes.
He just assumed that they would have medication.
He'd go in their medicine cabinets and steal prescription drugs.
I wish I knew really what these prescription pills were.
We were so naive about the whole drug thing.
These are all synthetic forms of heroin.
Keep your medication locked up because you'll never notice that a pill is gone.
Mind your meds. Learn more from the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
This is an important medical announcement. Xarelto and Pradaxa have been linked to uncontrollable bleeding and even death. If you've been prescribed one of these drugs and have experienced these dangerous side effects, you may be entitled to substantial compensation. Studies show that Pradaxa can cause more heart attacks than warfarin, and other countries have already issued safety warnings against this drug. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. The call is confidential, there's no cost, and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to Pradaxa victims, and thousands of Xarelto victims are filing their legal cases. Call the Drug Watch hotline if you or a loved one used Xarelto or Pradaxa and experienced uncontrollable bleeding, brain hemorrhage, or even death. You must call now.
Call 800-793-6055. 800-793-6055.
It's time to take a road trip.
Alabama's got 100 road trips, and some will take you back in time to the Civil Rights Movement or even the Civil War. You boys play nice now. From Helen Keller to Hamlet. Check out these big guns. We're talking the USS Alabama. Alabama's got 100 road trips. Plan yours at alabama.travel.
Which one you gonna take?
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
It is practically inevitable. Most of us will probably eat too much this week at Thanksgiving dinner, and it often results in a bloated and upset stomach for at least the rest of the night. So today we'll ask Dr. Jenny about digestive issues and what can help us before we dig into our holiday feasts. All right, no matter how much willpower we have, we inevitably know what road we're going down. So what physically happens to our bodies when we overeat?
Well, we break every single biochemical rule when it comes to the holidays anyways, right? We're combining proteins and carbohydrates, and then we're adding all of those sugars and fibers. Like everything that you can eat is at your disposal, right?
Yes.
So, and then that right there slows down your digestive system, because when you're combining proteins and carbs, number one, you have carbohydrates that take 4 hours to actually metabolize for energy, and then you have protein that takes 6 hours to metabolize for energy. But when you're putting the both together, it takes over 24 hours to metabolize through your intestinal tract.
Is that feeling after?
Yes, and then you feel bloated and gassy, and you got that GERD, and then you gain almost, some people can gain up to 10 pounds during, a Thanksgiving meal, and then they're detoxing for, they need a detox for a couple of days, but they're like, oh my gosh, the scale, what's going on? I was like, well, let's see, you had mashed potatoes, you had turkey, you had ham, and then you had apple pie, and then everything you're not supposed to combine together, and then the wine, so yeah.
And then a nap. None of it's
all that tryptophan, right.
So there's all this.
That was just one meal.
Seriously, and it is all in
I
one
always
meal.
wear a loose dress.
So we're always talking about little cheats on what we can do beforehand to make it better. Should we skip breakfast? Should we run a turkey trot? Do any of those mean anything?
I actually always do the intermediate fasting, which is actually very healthy when you know you're going to cheat. So I always skip the breakfast and then the lunch and then do the turkey dinner, with my family around 2 o'clock. Now, I don't expect everybody to do that, but intermediate fasting just for breakfast, and then they're having a Thanksgiving lunch, that's really healthy for you too. That way you're not, putting all of that food from breakfast, from lunch, from dinner, and then you can save lots of room for your stomach to expand on there. But I also have, Dr. Jenny's secrets on how not to gain weight while you're doing all of that. And a lot of people pay lots of money to hear this.
Oh, good. Tell us.
All right, we're ready. We're ready for the how.
We won't tell anybody.
So
it's
first,
a secret.
Yep, first, right before I'm eating, I take my cheat times. I pop 3 of those for really large buffets. Like I was just in Vegas, and I didn't get 3 cheat times right before you're going to overeat. And those cheat times help you break down the fiber, the sugar, the protein, the carbohydrates, and the fat. So that's what your body is needing. It needs extra enzymes in your stomach to physically go in there and break it down. That way it doesn't store as fat or get stuck in your large intestine and your small intestine.
So it helps push it all through.
Yep. And then that night, right before you go to bed, I pop 3 of those probiotics. The Enterobiotics, that's probably my favorite brand because it's a 15 strain, it's refrigerated, and what that does is it gives all those little critters in your body, it helps to aid, it's like, think of probiotics as a prebiotic for those cheat times, helps aid in that metabolism. Yep. So the next day, your bowels don't change at all. So if anything, you're clearing out, everything is vacating the large intestine and the small intestine,
So
which
after
is
you
a
eat it
wonderful
all, you
feeling.
gotta clear it out.
Yep.
Yeah, you don't want to store it. Okay,
and then
what's
I have
your
my
other one?
Detox Pro when you're drinking and you're having lots of eggnog, or you're drinking wine, or you're drinking, cocktails. That Detox Pro has extra L-glutamine. That L-glutamine helps rebuild the lining of your stomach. That intrinsic factor is what it's called. That way you're not so acidic in there. So once you're that acidic, then you're you have almost, you feel like stomach pains.
So this is post.
Yeah, that's post. Yep. So you do that right after. That regimen right there, you're not going to gain any weight. You're not going to have that bloating feeling afterwards, and you feel like you cheated.
I feel like I got the key.
Yes.
It's to not make it stay in your system.
Right.
Yep, that's what it is.
Point.
How do you get it out of there
Once you
fast?
put it in, you got to push it on out.
Vacate.
We can all figure out how that works. All right, you can find all of these great hints from Dr. Jenny at Age Vital Pharmacy on Main Street in downtown Sarasota, or you can find them online at agevital.com. Coming up next, helping your pets with guests through the holidays.
Until recently, getting older meant losing your energy, memory, sex drive, even gaining weight, but it doesn't have to.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jenny Wilkins, owner of Age Vital Pharmacy Research and Wellness. Reversing or slowing the effects of aging can be as simple as supplementing vitamins, minerals, and hormones that your body needs in order to look and feel young again. At Age Vital, we do this without taking harmful prescription drugs that often have a longer list of side effects than benefits. Growing older doesn't mean you have to feel older. Age well, Age Vital.
Since 1928, Kerastan has been setting the standard in carpets and rugs, producing non-allergenic wools that won't promote the growth of bacteria or dust mites like other carpets will. Kerastan wools actively remove contaminants from the indoor air, making your home healthier. And there are many colors and patterns and textures to choose from. Come see for yourself.
So many possibilities worth exploring. Minnesota Flooring.
This is an important medical announcement. Bard IVC filters have been linked to punctured veins and problems with migration. Anyone who's received a Bard IVC filter must receive medical monitoring and may be entitled to substantial compensation. If you have the Bard Recovery G2 or G2 Express filter, you are in a class of patients who should be compensated for some expenses. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. This call is confidential. There's no cost and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to people who should have been warned about the risks of the Bard IVC filters. Call the IVC Filter Hotline if you or a loved one has received an IVC filter and experienced a vein puncture or required medical monitoring. You must call now.
Call 800-329-3089. 800-329-3089.
This is an important announcement. If you're between 50 and 85 and worried about your loved ones, you can still get affordable life insurance for peace of mind.
My life insurance coverage is guaranteed, and I was not required to get a medical exam.
I had high blood pressure and diabetes, and I got my coverage with one telephone call. No exam necessary.
I'm a smoker, and I wanted to take care of my family. I called to get my life insurance and my affairs in order. I wanted to do the right thing.
Call Final Expense No Exam Insurance. Your rates are guaranteed and will never increase.
I called and learned that this insurance cannot be canceled even if you get sick or gain weight.
And there are no restrictions on how my beneficiaries use the money when I'm gone.
Approval was easy and the price was right. I wanted to do this for my children.
Call 800-738-9812. 800-738-9812.
Welcome back to Suncoast View. We are excited to join Chef Angelo from Angelo's Restaurant in the Kitchen. And what a treat we have. This is a cheese wheel, an absolutely enormous cheese wheel that we will be serving the carbonara in. So very excited to give that a try. And okay, we confess we've been chipping away a little bit on the inside. It is good stuff. We're excited to go in the kitchen in just a little bit. Well, it is the start of a very busy season. Dinner parties, house guests, lots of food and treats around. It can get overwhelming for us as well as our pets. Here to talk about how to handle your dog during holiday entertaining is Mark Chambord from Canine Corral. And this is an important topic because you can have the best dog in the world as a pet and then they act crazy when people come over and it can be very embarrassing.
That's right. And you know, the question is to greet or not to greet. You should, before you have a party and stuff, you should decide whether or not your dog is going to be greeted at the door or if you should just put your dog away.
All right, well, we're going to talk about the ways to decide that. But before we get started, I know you brought some pictures of some of your doggy daycare friends. And by the way, this is a great way to wear out your dog before a party, is doggy daycare.
Right. These are dog pals. That's Gremlin and that's Chief. And they kind of, after they play, they kind of hang out. Bird, Gremlin, Bailey, and Wilbur chilling out on the
these names.
The mat there. This is Nilla, which is my dog, and Birdie in the front, Gremlin and Chief, all four on the mat.
It's amazing they want to be so close.
Yeah, this is Elmo and Molly.
Oh, that's so cute.
This is Paxton and Daisy.
So the big dogs hang out together.
Yeah, and that's my new dog. That's Raz. He's new to the pack.
And he's all ears.
He's all ears.
He is all ears.
Yeah.
Very cute. Well, daycare is actually a great way and one I've always used to kind of take the edge off the dog before a big event. But regardless of whether you're doing that, what kind of things do we need to consider in terms of entertaining?
Well, first of all, as I started, you know, should you have your dog part of the festivities? You know, they can, if you have to consider the fact that they could get out the front door, they could steal food. There's all kinds of things that can happen, but you want to make sure that, you know, they're not jumping up and that kind of thing. So you may want to consider another option than to have the dog part of the festivities.
Okay, so if we don't have the dog as part of the party, what about, I know I put mine in the bathroom before. Sometimes we've used crates. Is that a good idea, bad idea?
What I like to do is if the dog is really not trained well, or if it's young and it's a jumper, what I would do is I would put it in the crate and really make it so it's not part of the entertainment, and that way it doesn't know that anything is really going on.
Okay.
Really, especially if you have a dog that's a little unpredictable as far as his behavior. Put the dog away, and then you are going to have a much better time if the dog is untrained, or, you know. You want to have fun, and you don't want to have to be going after your dog the whole time and worrying about your dog.
Is it something you have to be embarrassed about, though, if you do put your dog in the crate? I mean, that's what I always feel, because then, honestly, mine tend to bark because they're mad they're shut up.
What I tell people, like when they're correcting their dog and somebody sees it, I prefer that you're not embarrassed by putting the dog away so that you don't have to be embarrassed during the festivities, and the dog is the whole show.
Yeah. Right.
So don't feel bad, just put your dog away. That's their den, they'll feel happy there.
Now, we talked about boarding in terms of during the day to take the edge off. What about actual boarding for events? Is that something that's possible?
Good.
If you have a dog that may have separation anxiety, or really is going to be howling and stuff in its crate because it knows something's going on, we do boarding at the Canine Corral. Just board your dog for the holiday, and that way you don't have to worry about it at all. And they can play, they'll have their time, and then you don't have to worry about the dog really, or you feeling bad that it's in a crate.
Well, we know that the dogs like to play with the other dogs, that's for sure. Now, the hardest thing is often the doorbell.
That's right.
How do you deal with the door manners with a dog?
Well, I'd like to do a demonstration. I'd like to let everybody know that they can take the energy from the front door and move it away. Because what happens is dogs get excited, they start jumping. You don't want Nana to get a broken hip. You know, that'd be the worst thing, to have an accident. Could you help me?
Sure,
Ricky?
absolutely.
Okay, so what we've got is, this will be our imaginary front door.
Okay.
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to be expecting Mickey, and she's running late.
Typically.
And where's that doorbell? There it is. And then the dog will be barking, but since Toby doesn't know what a doorbell is, I'm going to have him place, sit, bark. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's good. And then I'm going to have him stay, because I'm taking the energy away from the front door.
So he needs a place of his own.
Stay there. You have to give your dog a job to do.
Okay.
Then I open the door. Come on in. How you doing?
I'm doing great.
Come on over here, and you can greet Toby. And his job now is complete. Go ahead and give him a treat.
Hey,
his job is complete. And what we've done is we've taken the energy from the front door, moved it back 5 to 10 feet. There's no jumping at the door. There's no trying to shuffle through. No broken hips. Everything is just right here where your dog has its job.
So the trick is to train place before you involve doorbells and people.
Yes, and quite honestly, I do a lot of private lessons like this. It's okay, Toby.
Toby's like, you said place. I'm not moving.
Right there. So how do you, like, if he does, like, get to the point where he sees someone coming in, is he going to be able to stay at that location even if someone is walking in?
Yes, you practice without people. All your dog, anybody can do this, all your dog has to know is stay. Because you can have your dog place, but you can have your dog stay, and you go and you open the door a little bit, you watch your dog. If the dog moves, put him back, everything stops.
Toby's very good at place.
Toby's a good boy.
Beautiful. He's like, you told me place and I'm not moving. All right, that's some great advice as we get into the holiday season. We know that the pets can get excited, so to help them, you know, just behave well during events. Of course, you can remember what Mark has said. And if you need any more help training pets, or if you're interested in any boarding or doggy daycare, you can visit Canine Corral online. Coming up next, Mickey has some great gift ideas for our tough-to-buy friends and family. But first, we do want to let Mark know that we are thinking about him and his family. Pasquale passed away, and he was a big part of Mark's life, and you've seen him frequently on our show. So he's crossing the rainbow bridge to heaven. We know he is looking down on us and smiling.
And I'll see him again.
That's
what
right.
a good dog.
Thank you, guys. That was really special.
ABC 7 News at 7, weeknights. I am the resident district manager on the FAU campus for Chartwell. Whenever I see Haley, I do not see a person with a disability. I see a person with extraordinary abilities. Haley is always smiling. She's always on time. She gives fantastic customer service and is always focused on any job that she's given.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to disabilitieswork.employflorida.com.
From our studios on Florida's Suncoast, this is an ABC7 News Update.
Good afternoon, I'm Jacqueline Matter. Here's what we're working on for 5 o'clock. More homes could soon be coming to the Sarasota area, why a popular tennis club plans to build multiple condo buildings on its property. And as hundreds across the state continue to die from opioid-related deaths, why researchers say a preventative program isn't being taken full advantage of. Now let's get a check on our first alert weather forecast with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan.
Thanks, Jacqueline, and good afternoon, everyone. Temperature right now 79 degrees. After a pretty chilly start, temperatures did warm up into the upper 70s to right around 80 degrees. The humidity is staying low for the time being. However, there's some big changes in our forecast as a result of a couple of systems moving in from the Gulf of Mexico. Our rain chances will be increasing. The Gulf water temperature now 72 degrees. 79 Sarasota, Venice, and Bradenton. 78 in Cortez now. Temperature of 80 degrees in Northport and Mayaca City. We'll have more in your forecast coming up today at 5.
Download the all-new ABC7 First Alert weather app now.
My name is Luke Perry, and I am 1 million strong. I'm in the fight against colorectal cancer because I believe we can win it. Colon and rectal cancers are the second leading cause of cancer deaths among men and women in the U.S. Colon cancer is preventable. Know the risk factors and make sure to get screened. There are simple take-home options available. Take control of your health. Screening for colon cancer isn't embarrassing. It can be life-saving. To find out more about your options, visit fightcrc.org.
Attention, Americans eligible for Medicare. Are you getting all the benefits you're entitled to? Did you know there may be money available to lower your medical prescription costs? Call Health Markets and we'll tell you if you qualify.
Hi, I'm Dr. Martin Jeetsi. It's a new Medicare year. That means more changes and more confusion. The key question is, what can you do now to ensure you get the care you need in the coming year?
Call Health Markets today. You may qualify to save money on prescriptions. We'll help you find plans that may cost less, cover more, and could even lower your prescription costs to increase your savings. We help you find all the benefits you're entitled to, and we do it at no cost.
Make sure you have what you need to get the care that's right for you.
Find out if you qualify to receive extra help with your prescriptions. Call the number on the screen now. Representatives are standing by.
As you know, our beauty expert Mickey Williams is here with us today, and one of her jobs is to go to product launches and see what's new. Lucky for us, she brought some of the items with her. Today we're going to look at affordable his and her gifts ideas. All right, so Mickey, let's start with the guys because they're always hard to buy for.
Oh, yes, they are. Yes, and this isn't something typical for me, let's be honest. I mean, so I went
you make things beautiful.
Yeah, that's true.
Ta-da! So, you know, it was really funny. I went in and I was looking at all of the gift guides and the ideas, and, you know, we get to see a lot of these in July, but we really start seeing them hit the shelves now, and some of these kind of get pushed out in advance. So both of these products I'm going to show you are available at Walmart, but I thought what a genius idea this would be for the dude or for the guy, and even the girl if she loves cleaning her car. But look how cool this kit is. Now, it all comes in this little bucket right here. This is the Armor All Car Care gift pack. So this is available right now, and it's only for a little bit of time. So they do expect for this to sell out. So just even if you're just a car enthusiastic, this is under $20. This
wow,
is
for all those items?
You have everything in there from wipes to glass wipes. You have basically, you know, cleaning wipes for your interior. You've got wheel shine. You've got everything you need. And they were just kind of saying, you know, hey, why not just get this for your dude? It's under 20 bucks, but at the same time, what a great thing for dad, because a lot of dads like to go and clean the cars because they like to get away from the chaos that's going on inside. So if you give them everything, maybe they'll say, okay, honey, I'm going to clean your car too. You know, so I think that would be really great.
Good theory.
But the fact that it all comes in the bucket, kind of genius, right? So put it under the tree or just go pick up one now. But again, limited edition. So.
I feel like if you bought all these items separately, it will be over $20.
Yeah,
that's a great value.
It's such a great gift pack.
7 things, 8 things.
It's really incredible. Everything's in there, and you even have this, and you also have a Pro Secrets kit in case you don't know how. So, which I would need to use personally.
All right, so let's go to the next item.
Basically, I am such a big, huge Blistex fan. I've always said it's my use it and lose it product. I use it on all my clients. They launch 2 products every year, and these 2 are just amazing, okay? Both, again, available at Walmart. First off, the Blistex Conditioning Lip Serum is out of this world. Now, we've all seen serums for our eyes. We've seen them for our face. Now, why not have it for our lips? What's amazing about this product is it's 1 dosage, 1 pump dosage, and it feels so good on your lips. It has this incredible, like, ultra-rich daily kind of dose. The formula soaks in thoroughly and immediately. It completely revitalizes your lips. I love putting it on under your lipstick, but also on your lips just for the daytime. Linda, you say you get up every night and put it on?
I put it on before I go to bed and a couple of times during the night.
It is such a cushion to your lips. It's non-oily. It's a serum, so it's meant to actually go into your lips and revitalize them.
And it's got a nice dosage.
It's got a great dosage. You know exactly how much to use. It's unbelievable. It's incredibly affordable, but what I like about it too is it's not going to change the tone or the color of your lips, but it is going to give you that really lovely kind of moisturized, hydrated feeling. And why not? Why haven't we seen more serums for
so
lips?
Smooth.
And at this point, we've only seen them that have been very oily. Oh, wow. Not so much with this one. It's super cushiony.
Right.
And like I say, I put it on under when I'm doing lipstick, and I also put it on top because it helps, kind of get rid of that feathering. The other launch that they did is absolutely stunning. We see everything. We see all of these kind of like essential oils. Stephanie, you're going to love this. I know you will. This is Blistex Triple Essentials. And what's great about this product is that it basically it has this incredible kind of like non-greasy feel to it. It has 3 essential oils in it. It has palmarosa, it has chamomile, and it has mandarin. It also has SPF, which we really love down here. It feels so silky on your lips, as you know.
It has an amazing scent too.
Yes,
really nice.
Yeah, your lips look shinier.
It does. It has a satin finish, so you're not going to get this kind of really goopy, oily look that you get with a lot of these kind of essential oils. I love my Blistex, so I get really excited about these launches. I get to play with them before anybody else does, and I get to test them out on my clients. The lip serum, conditioning lip serum, has been a really incredible product for both my male and my female clients because they do like that texture, that softness to it. The Triple Essentials has just been such kind of like an incredible product for reconditioning, but also that smell, the SPF aspect of it. I've had a lot of feedback by these, and they're basically like great stocking stuffers, but they're also, I say in this time of the year, it is the time for you to throw out the old and bring in the new. And people don't do that with their lip balms, and I say, hey, these are just launched. I can vouch for them. I love them. You love them? And you can throw away the old and bring in the new and try them out because they're just
Mickey,
awesome.
I love these ideas, and even better, they're all available at Walmart.
Yeah,
so great
Easy
stuffers for anybody for that one, and hey, something for the hubby in your
I
life.
my own car now, right?
All right, well, thank you so much, and you guys can get some more ideas by going to her blog. It's sharetheglam.com, and she has a lot of tips for us there, and we'll be right back.
Listen to this important message. If you owe money to the IRS, you will want to hear this. Penalties and interest compound daily on your back taxes, putting you under a mountain of debt. Tax 10,000 has years of experience connecting people with tax resolution specialists. Working through the IRS Fresh Start program, they will handle all the necessary forms, and if you qualify, you may end up saving thousands of dollars. Call Tax 10,000 at 800-817-1064.
What if you had a medical emergency away from home?
My chest hurts. I can't breathe.
What you need is Mobile Help, America's premier mobile medical alert system. Most systems only work at home, but with Mobile Help, you get help outside the home with coverage nationwide on one of the largest cellular networks at the press of a button. Call the number on your screen for a free full-color brochure. We'll send you everything you need, including this base station, the patented mobile device, and the waterproof pendant and wrist button. You can also add the fall button that automatically detects falls and signals help. Call today and receive a risk-free 30-day trial. There is no equipment to buy and no long-term contract. For a limited time, you will also receive a free emergency key box with your plan purchase. Remember, Mobile Help keeps you safe coast to coast.
Call 1-800-916-8638. That's 1-800-916-8638. If you're between 50 and 85 years old, call the number on your screen right now for free information on how to save your family thousands of dollars. We're Family Love Plans, and we've been helping families just like yours for over 30 years. The average funeral today can cost up to $10,000 or more, but the most you'll get from government benefits is just $255. How will your family pay the difference? At Family Love Plans, we can help you and your family. Our senior plans start as low as just $1 a day and pay up to $30,000 for a funeral and other final expenses. Peace of mind is easy. There's no medical exam and your plan can't be canceled. Better still, your rate will never go up and your benefits will never go down. Get your free information about our senior plans. Just answer a few simple questions and receive approval right over the phone.
Call 1-800-707-3608. That's 1-800-707-3608.
It's time to take a road trip.
Huntsville is a must-see destination. Is this your stop?
Roger.
Marvel at the U.S. Space and Rocket Center. Wow. Step into the past at Alabama Constitution Village. All aboard! The golf is stellar, and even the food is out of this world in the Rocket City. Alabama has a road trip with your name on it.
Which one you gonna take?
Welcome back. Okay, we've been talking about how not to feel stuffed like the turkey when you eat the turkey. Here's what my family does, and there's something you can do as well. The turkey trot runs. There's lots of them across the area, but there's one happening in downtown Sarasota. It benefits also youth. And here's what I love. It's up and over the Ringling Bridge. So make this a family event. Go out in the morning. You can sign up online. You can even do it day of. This is the 8th annual Turkey Trot 5K. It starts and finishes at the Hyatt Regency, but what a gorgeous way to start the day, up and over the bridge, get a little exercise in, and I will tell you that means you are guilt-free the rest of the day. That's right. Burn off those calories first for a good cause. So keep an eye on that. Oh, we're headed to dive face first into the cheese wheel with Chef Angelo. Stay with us.
ABC 7, your official Florida lottery station for the Suncoast.
Attention blood thinner users. Thousands of blood thinner users may have been exposed to serious risk by these dangerous medications. If your loved one took Xarelto or Pradaxa and suffered serious internal bleeding, call right now. Call Nightline Legal to speak with an experienced attorney for a free consultation. If we don't win, there is no fee. There are time deadlines to file a claim, so don't wait. Call right now.
Call 1-800-554-3987. Again, that's 1-800-554-3987.
From our studios on Florida's Suncoast, this is an ABC 7 News Update.
Hello, I'm Scott Dennis. Here's what we're working on for the top of the hour. A growing number of babies are being born addicted to opioids from drug use during pregnancy. Why both Sarasota and Manatee counties are among the highest birth rates with NAS in the state of Florida. Taking a quick look at first alert traffic, roads aren't looking too bad right now. We've seen a little bit of red on the map on I-75 right near the University Parkway exit, and then a bit on US 41 in Sarasota between Fruitville and Bee Ridge. Otherwise, things looking good. Now let's get a check on our weather with Bob.
Well, right now, beautiful out there, 79. We had a pretty chilly start, Scott, with some cooler temperatures around. It's going to warm up a bit tonight as winds are switching around to the south and a little bit better chance for some clouds and showers. Tomorrow, we'll talk about that coming up at 5 o'clock. Right now, currently, it's nice out there, upper 70s to right around 80 degrees. Details at 5. See you then.
Check out mysuncoast.com/dining, your guide to the foodie lifestyle.
Credit card debt can ruin your life. If you owe $10,000 and minimum payments are siphoning away your paycheck each month, you can get debt-free in less time than you think.
I've paid $800 a month for the past 3 years and haven't changed the balance on my credit card.
Get debt-free now has a program to reduce your debt, stop the harassing phone calls, avoid financial ruin, and settle for less than you owe.
I feel like a huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders.
You're pre-approved for our special hardship program if you owe $10,000 or more. Upon payment of your new lower balance, your debt will finally shrink until you are debt-free.
My family no longer has 30 years of payments ahead of us at 20% interest.
There's no fees until you see results. So call now, make one monthly program payment, and free up your cash. Resolve your debt.
Call 800-628-1251, 800-628-1251.
We're still in hurricane season, and storms could still impact us here on the Suncoast. Sometimes it's just rain. Sometimes it's much worse. When there's the potential for severe weather, you need to know fast. Trust ABC 7 First Alert Weather to get you the information you need right away. We focus on the storms that impact where you live, and we're committed to alerting you with important information as soon as we get it. When severe weather strikes, trust ABC 7 First Alert Weather. We're here for you.
Performing on stage takes mental and physical preparation. But one thing I never thought to prepare for was cervical cancer. 91% of cervical cancers are caused by the human papillomavirus, or HPV. The good news is there are vaccines that can protect you or your children from cancer. I survived my cancer, but you can stop cancer before it starts. Talk to your doctor and go to thinkaboutthelink.org to learn more.
Coming up Tuesday at 4 on Suncoast View, the Christmas tree lots are filling up. We'll talk to Troy's Tropics about what we need to look for when picking the perfect tree and why it may be a bit harder to find this year. Chef Stephen Phelps stops by to toast the James Beard Foundation's anniversary. And we remember Jimi Hendrix on his 75th birthday with someone that knew him well. Plus, Geyer's Sausage Kitchen is here to teach turkey carving.
All right, it's time to eat, and we are here in the kitchen with Chef Angelo from Angelo's, and I am so excited because this is one of my favorite dishes. So,
Grazie.
Let's do it.
The carbonara. Okay, let's go start it. Let's go start with the eggs first. You put it over here, and then you beat the eggs.
So you're gonna break the eggs up?
You can do this.
Yes.
You can do this.
I mean, I don't know if I'm doing it
Don't get
right,
any
but
shell.
You can do left. It's fine too.
If the egg comes out, you did it right.
And no shell.
And no shell. Yeah, she's good.
yeah, you just cursed me. You know that, right?
You got so many
Don't
talents.
worry, we support you.
Oh, there you go.
I'm a good egg cracker.
You are.
Oh,
Spoke too
Oh,
soon.
your
Too
pride
soon.
got the best
That's
of
All right, I got it. I got it out. I got it
So
out.
now it's beautiful lady over here. Put like the onions.
The onions? Okay.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Put the other
We're gonna
two.
back up.
More onions?
Yes.
More onions?
Yeah, we have so many people over here. I don't want to be like the other one that bring one small dish. Okay. We need to feed everybody.
There you go. Chef
Okay,
Angelo.
now my beautiful friend over here.
Oh, gotta go
She
put
can
back to
put
work.
it back to work, please.
Back to work on the
very
I think
much.
she's eating
So
more
I was doing it
cheese.
earlier, and he says, put some mussels in
Okay,
it.
come on, push, because now we can see it from above.
Oh.
So this is solid cheese. Is this Parmesan?
It's a Grana Padano. Grana Padano. It's coming from the area
This is
farm.
hard.
You can do this, Bobette.
Oh, okay, let
Show
he
the
wants
expert.
to show the expert.
No, you just like this. Yeah, and you shave it.
Oh, wow.
When I did it, it didn't work that way.
That's amazing.
I know it's okay. I cannot be good looking and smart like you on stage, so I do cheese.
You're very talented.
Can you put some
Yeah, huh?
pepper?
Oh, in here?
Yeah, because I like the food spicy, like the woman.
He likes his food like his women. The whole thing.
Spicy.
Sì,
Okay.
okay. Showtime.
You want me to try it?
Here.
Yeah, go ahead.
The other one too, please.
You want more?
Yes.
Oh.
Why not?
Stephanie's putting her back into
There you
it,
go.
too. Look at you.
And Mickey is
I'm just whipping. I like to whip.
the
Well, the
eggs.
problem is I'm
You're too
right-handed.
Oh,
I'm not.
you're-
I'm left-handed, so I
Right.
can't do it with this hand.
It takes two to do the cheese.
Clearly.
Three. Actually, you
Yes.
had to help them. Here comes the wine. How much wine?
Right here,
Depends how
let's
much
try
wine.
Jobson.
You like the wine? I like it.
I'll do pepper.
I like the wine.
I like the wine too.
Yeah. And then put some
Cream.
cream.
Fresh
over
Parmesan
here.
or
A touch. You put a cream because we use this for the Parmesan. Beautiful, mangiamo.
we switched jobs. I
So,
wasn't smart
you guys can start tonight, 5 o'clock. Soon you finish over here. We're almost done anyway.
I got a lot of cheese. I don't know how much you need.
Don't forget Mickey's
He has
eggs.
a whole wheel.
Baby, be next to you, I'll let you shave all the cheese today.
I'm burning calories before I eat it all.
Oh wait, I
Okay,
forgot my
now.
job.
The pasta is nice al dente. We have no time to warm up
There we
the
go.
pasta.
Can
because,
Mickey stop now?
Oh, baby, I forgot about you. I'm not sorry. Let me see. Let me see the muscle.
It's beautiful. I'm
Oh
so
my God!
sure.
Yeah.
Yes. Hey, I could just whip all day, all right?
She's good. She's good.
All right.
Okay, now. Ecco qua.
All right, so
Oh,
we've
this is
got our
smelling
carbonara
good.
sauce.
Wow.
Now, what do we do with the egg?
I don't know.
You don't know?
It was inside the container, and I told my friend Marco, I said, Marco, what's this? I said, I forgot the eggs inside here yesterday. So we use it. Okay, ready?
You ready?
Oh, good.
We do this, and so go inside a little bit of time.
Oh, okay.
I had no idea there was egg in carbonara.
Oh, me too. We start today.
Chef Angelo is a character and one heck of a good cook. This is his carbonara that we are getting ready to try. Simple ingredients, but high quality.
Okay.
And it's the cheese wheel that got us all.
Okay,
Yeah.
ready?
Are we ready for the
in here?
cheese?
Yes, 1 second.
Oh, I thought you were going to put it in the wheel.
All right. Oh, he is. So we did all sorts of cheese on the bottom.
Okay.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my goodness.
And now
Showtime.
we're serving it in a cheese wheel.
Wow.
That is crazy. All right, we are digging in very quickly here, Chef. It's going to be more than we can handle to wait. Mickey, thank you for coming.
you.
It's great to have you back with us again. Chef, what a treat. A Parmesan
yes.
cheese wheel and an amazing meal all in one.
Didn't it ruin the wheel?
No.
Wow. Everybody enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you, Chef Angelo. Take some time and enjoy the Suncoast view.